my dear Cancer, this is a love reading, a prediction for the month of April with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. As an extended member to this channel, you will get these readings ahead of time and with no ads. And there's a pick a card reading up. What will my future look like for the full members to this channel? And the reading on happiness and success are available for all the members to the channel. Subscribe and then check out the many perks through the join button that will appear, or follow the link in the description box to learn more about membership. And I can recommend that you rewatch the previous love reading for March to get a context, and this is the prediction for April. And I will start reading your cards, and I'm used the Witch's Tarot with Ellen Dugan. So when I open your deck here, I see the King of Wands together with the Moon. So King of Wands is fire, the Moon is Cancer. Both these people are holding like a wand in their hand. I think both these are you. You have started to become much more brave, more relaxed in your own authority. Also have a lot of keys here, a lot of solutions. It doesn't like if problems arises, you find solutions to them. And you also seems to be protected by your shadow self. You can come out of the shadow and roar, or even attack people that's not nice towards you. So it feels like you have done good work on building on your foundation, but still being able to be open towards the swamp here and less than favorable feelings. So you're not like paving over the anxiety or the panic attacks or whatever. It's you're allowing it to be, because you know that it heals you, and it also gives you connection to your superpower. Because when we really feel the feelings that we have, we also make a reality check, and we know what we want and what we don't want. So we can create the things that we want to experience in our life with this creator, the King of Wands here. Okay, so I call the Divine with Love and Light. And here we have a Six of Pentacles with the Moon card. So you're kind of set on friendship. You're set on being nice towards people, putting your best foot forward, making things work, give of yourself. So you seem to be in a very healthy position to create a new relationship and maintain the ones you have. So I call the 6 elements, and here we have the Page of Cups together with the Moon. So maybe you're ready for new love with this Page of Cups. It's a new beginning in love. It might be a new beginning of self-love. Maybe you definitely have chosen yourself and your own happiness, and you're going to put yourself in situations that overflow yourself with happiness, but you're not going to put a blind eye towards the things in your life that needs to be healed or be given attention to, so that it can heal. So 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Cancer viewers. I want my dear Cancer to have love in their life and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So I will just tune in for a few seconds to you, the person most on your mind, and your relationship in April. So this is the new bottom of the deck, 2 of Pentacles. It's a little bit unsure card. We don't know exactly what the future will bring, but you can see this person, like their tongue is really focused in their mouth. So you are not in like a super stable situation, but you are kind of juggling it to keep the balance and to not fall apart or get all panicky or lose hope. You are going to, it's like you're the captain on a ship and you're trying to steer towards a storm. And old bottom, Ace of Cups, new love again, 9 of Swords, 9 of Cups, Page of Swords. It's not always easy with falling in love with someone or being vulnerable or open up to someone. It can feel very daunting and painful, particularly if the other person is guarded or on their watch or not letting us in. This can be a hopeless situation when we ourselves are giving our best and then someone is kind of just going into a protection position here. Okay. Sorry. So this is what's on your mind, with the person most on your mind, the situation with said person, and what's on their mind with you. This is your feelings towards them, the bond between you two, their feelings, your behaviors and attitudes, the outcome for April, and the behaviors and attitudes. Okay. So we start with the situation. 4 of Swords. I'm refusing to talk to you. I want to talk to you. And King of Wands. Maybe you are dealing with a fire sign. See here. I think this person challenges you in a good way. They might come with like doing things that's not nice or not appreciated, but they are helping you with something. 4 of Swords can sometimes be about making choices or even holding ourselves back from taking a too emotional decision. So I think you are in a very emotional and vulnerable situation where you have a lot of hope and you want like a bright new future, but you're not letting your hope kind of drag you along down the edge of a cliff. So you're using some logic in this situation too, particularly since you are in a world where people are guarded, suspicious, don't want to give of themselves, don't want to be vulnerable, and then this can be a good idea. It's like you have become almost like a diamond with all its different sides. It's not just one side to you. You're open to love, you're vulnerable, you're positive, optimistic, putting in a lot of effort in this situation, but you're also keeping like a cool head. Okay. So the bond between you two, 3 of Swords. It feels like you are a change agent, like you want a positive change, and sometimes this is hard to gain on the planet Earth. It's easy to start a war, but hard to maintain peace. It's easy to break a relationship, but hard to keep it going. It's easy to lose the paint on your house or your fence, but it's hard to get it there. So I don't know exactly what's going on here, but it feels like you want to be a positive change in the world, in your life, in your romantic life, but there's a little bit resistance here because all the other people are, I'm seeing you being like bright and shiny with a halo of the sun's rays around you, and other people are going there like hunched in the street with black clothes and a green light around them. So they are in purgatory and you are trying to live in paradise. So this is your feelings. The High Priestess is pleasing to me to see it here. It's again talking about you keeping a cool head. This is your temple. You don't let whomever into it. You have this openness to the moon, to the swamp that we saw in the moon card with the wolves. But in the same time, you are living in that space of the King of Wands throne, like the more stable environment. and in the same time you're not, as I said, paving over this deeper emotion. So you don't have to pretend things are the way they are, but you have, a very positive attitude. And here we have the Wheel of the Year. So I'm feeling like someone is trying to avoid a teaching in this situation. They want to avoid or rolling the dice, taking a chance, taking a leap of faith, gambling. It seems pretty brave with the King of Wands there and the Wheel of the Year. But I wonder if it's just the surface, like the person is acting all put together and like responsible, or that they know what they are doing, they're in control, but they have paved over what's underneath the surface here, and therefore they are so scared that these things will come up through the floor. So they need to have a lot of control. They can't jump over the cliff or put out their wings and fly. They always need to maintain a certain amount of control. Okay, this is your behaviors and attitude, a strength card. If we are strong, we don't need control. If we can go through like our deepest, darkest emotion, and we can fly through the sky. If we can do both, and we welcome every facet of life like the diamond, we become very strong. We're not scared of challenges. We're not scared to feel hope just because we are scared to, have reasons to be out of hope the next day because someone said something stupid or broke down the situation in some way. So it's like you're learning to live to the fullest, but still keeping a sharp head. Okay. And this is their behaviors and attitudes. Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles card was the one I saw with these people in the green light and hunched in the street, but it was from Cosmic Tarot. The Cosmic Tarot Five of Pentacles that I saw. And here we have this Five of Pentacles. So they're not able to reach the sky or fly or even, touch the swamp of the moon, like your more darker feelings and being broody and sometimes depressed or cry, because that's ice and snow. So they're kind of doomed to live in purgatory. It's nothing they can do about it because they're not processing the subconscious ocean of emotion and knowledge, because we as souls go through so many different things that can be very traumatizing to a delicate little soul. We saw the Page of Cups, the girl with the fish and the wave. That's how vulnerable we are as souls. And then we go through a lot of crap that we go through so we can learn. But we can become very traumatized. And if we are not dealing with that trauma, we are not facing it, we are not staying consciously aware through, for example, a panic attack. Instead, we are calling the ambulance and screaming to the doctors to give them some calming medicine because we can't deal with it. But if we can consciously stay and deal with it and know I'm not going to die, it's just I accept that I have a panic attack. I accept that this is how my body feels right now. It's very upset with me. I have obviously treated it in a way that it couldn't allow, and now it's saying no. So I need to listen to it, give it love, attention, and possibly, stay with the pain, but also afterwards comforting ourselves in some way, taking really good care of ourselves, like we take care of our inner child. But this person can't do that because they're just having this rational facade of being a well put together person, and they refuse to deal with whatever is frozen underneath here. And so it's almost like they are a helium balloon, disconnected from life for real, and just trying to look like they have their shit together. So the outcome, Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups can be a very difficult teacher. It shows us exactly where we haven't healed, and we are not able to get to where we want to go because we ourselves get in the way. I feel like you are taking yourself out of a karma, but this other person or your opponent is kind of still in it. And with your changed of vibration, you should really meet people or gravitate towards people that don't have this problem. But obviously you're gravitating towards people that have this problem, and I don't know exactly why. We'll see if we get some answers. Clarify the Four of Swords, and we have the King of Wands. So they want to have the lid on their feelings. They want to act cool and smart. And I think you are picking up on this, so you are acting cool and smart as well. You're not going to be like the one that's brave for both of you, or tossing yourself over the cliff for both of you. Like, it needs to be a joint experience where both are vulnerable. You're not going to be like that yourself. Clarify the King of Wands. We have actually the Strength card here, but as I said, it's a little bit superficial. They have the two lions there and the lion there, and you had it also with the King of Wands and the Moon card in the beginning. So they are strong or look strong, but there's something that's not totally in harmony. Clarifying your Eight of Wands and its Judgment, so we can see this is something happening up in the air. I think you're consciously more aware of what's going on, and you're also quicker to see when a person has issues. You don't judge them for it, but you also don't make it your problem. Two, it's like it's an energy of power where we kind of hold our fort or stand as a door bouncer in the door, and choosing consciously the situation. Clarify the Three of Swords, Four of Cups. It's this person don't want to deal with their pain and their trauma, so therefore it's difficult to have a deeper relationship with this person. Clarify the Wheel of the Year is 10-10. They want like the niceness on the surface. They want to spend time with you, do nice things, maybe take you to a couple's dinner, or even plan your wedding, but they don't want to talk about their emotions. They're deeper. It's like they want to have a good life, but without, scratching on the surface. Clarify the High Priestess, Six of Swords. It's like going over the river Styx. You're more prepared to deal with the issues, to go on the depths and, get the work done. You're not scared to take up your sleeves and do the necessary emotional work to get a relationship solidly and with a good foundation to the next level. You just don't want to marry a person that's refusing to, like, whenever they have been with their family, for example, they become stiff and stale and refuse to talk to you properly for a week. And that's not going to work for you. They are going to have to share. They are going to have to open up. They are going to have to be a human of flesh and blood. They can't just try to kind of suppress everything just for the sake of trying to climb to this upper shelf where life is nice. It can be nice, but it's not going to be genuine, because it's like we have a lot of our wounded aspect kind of chained in the basement while we are having a party on the upstairs floor. It's not genuine, or it's not solid. The World card, it definitely seems like you have leveled up and kind of left this karma in a way, but why are you still being drawn to this person is still a mystery to me. Clarify the Five of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. So this person is very much in defense of their being allowed to not deal with their pain. So that's a big no-no. If it goes too deep, they will say no. They will put on the brakes or try to negotiate themselves out of the situation, or even get pissed with you. and you're not having it. You know that people need to deal with their crap. It's you're being pretty strict with this. Like, deal with your crap or we can't get anywhere. So maybe you are becoming a teacher to this person in this situation. So it's not that you are drawn to them, but it's unfair to leave them too far behind. So maybe they need you and your more tough love or tough guidance to know that this is not going to work. They are not going to get here through a shortcut. They need to do the solid work from the foundation and up, or from underneath the foundation, like underneath that shiny floor. Deal with the pain, heal, become friends with your pain, become friends with what you fear. Say, I accept that I can be abandoned. I accept that life is challenging, or I accept that I always get upset with my mother. So I accept it, and therefore I will know that I will go to the dinner and I will be upset, and then we can be fine with it and we don't get so triggered. Because if we have like unreasonable expectations that our mother, for example, from this person won't trigger us, and then we go there and we get triggered, then we will get upset. But if we know that we will get triggered, and we know that I accept my mother for who they are and that they're always pushing my buttons, then we know that this is going to happen, and we are not surprised when we feel uncomfortable or upset or stressed. And we might even naturally find a way to deal with the situation in another way, because we are becoming consciously aware of it. But here someone is fighting to remain consciously unaware, like, I don't want to deal. And that's not the answer. The answer is to deal with this snake. The snake wants to heal us, but we might run screaming away from there with our hands in the air. Let her. It's telling the truth, talking honestly, saying that this is my issue. And or mother, I know that you always have these opinions of me or my choices in life, but it's my life, and I know you worry, but I'm grown up now, so I will decide the things in my life as I see fit. And you can tell me what you want, but I'm not going to listen to you if I don't think it's a good idea, if I don't believe that that's the right choice for me. So if they can be honest, sometimes we just need to write it down for ourselves. There's an excellent exercise. We can search for Judging My Neighbor worksheet. So Judging My Neighbor worksheet. It comes in a myriad of different languages, and you can download it. It's with Byron Katie. And first you write everything that's so wrong with your mother. So you take this worksheet, you print it out in 3 copies, and the first one you write everything that's wrong with your mother. Next time you take the same thing that you wrote, but you're writing it as if you did it to yourself. So you change the language so that it is, instead your mother, it's I did this to me, I said this. And the next step, we are making it as about us doing it to someone else. This might give us a lot of insight, both how we are treating ourselves, but also how our own shadow comes and bites us in our behind when we least expect it. So we might find that the thing that we are so irritated with another person is exactly how we act towards, instead of our mother, we act like this to our boyfriend or our co-worker. And it's usually very fun to do this if we can have an open and accepting mind. But the thing is that it seems like this person should do it, but it doesn't hurt for you to do it either. I think it can be also, maybe you will find an eye-opener to why this person is being so difficult. Maybe it's the shadow to yourself that needs to be dealt with. Okay, so I'm seeing difficulties for this relationship because one person doesn't want to they just want to keep like a relationship in a certain superficial level because they think it's more sustainable. They think that if you go too deep, it will break apart if we keep it on either just, this, we marry, but we don't talk about our issue, or we are just having a relationship, we are having fun, we are not committed, or whatever level it's this person feels comfortable with. But it's superficial and it doesn't seem like something you will accept, but you can become a teacher to this person in this situation. Okay, so I would urge you to watch the reading, What Do They Want to Happen? And the love reading for March to learn more about this situation or relationship. You can also order personal readings, distance healing, and past life regression sessions at my webpage, tarot.com.se. And please share my videos on your social media to let more people know about them. Also like the video to show YouTube that you want to see more readings from me in your feed. And of course subscribe and hit the notification bell to be sure that you get noticed when I'm posting a new video. Thank you so much in advance also for watching this far. Take really good care. Until next time, stay awake, stay healthy, stay blessed, and bye for now.